guys, so we've come to the end of this spectacular creation. I'm so happy at the way it looks. Can you see that backdrop frame is amazing? So you better grab yours now. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Viola Party. Welcome back guys, welcome back to another tutorial. So today guys, remember the last time I used this arch frame from ubackdrop.com, I mentioned that I was going to like style it naked so that you guys can see other ways you can use the frame. So it's not just all about the cover only. When you buy it, you could actually use the frame for other designs, you know. I saw the frame and everything else in my head was just popping with ideas. So we're going to be creating with the frame now. So I've got my mesh arch stand at the back. So this is going to be holding the happy birthday sign in the middle. So I'm going to just straighten in the happy birthday sign. So this is going to be the middle. So the plan is to put the balloons, all around the arch and then have this middle free. I hope you get what I mean. Anyway, let's get into inflation. But before we get into that, if you're new to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, drop a comment, like this video, share this video. There are loads of videos on this channel that will help you in your journey as a balloon artist. You don't want to miss my videos. So those some videos can be kind of like too long, but trust me, there's always something to learn from the videos. So subscribe, click the notification button so that you can get notified when I upload a new video. So yeah, we're gonna get into inflating. So the colors I'm using earthy kind of colors. So what I've done is I've double stuffed some of them and some are not double stuffed. So this is terracotta stuffed with Mocha Brown. So what I mean by double stuffing is when you put another balloon into another balloon to get a specific color. So this is terracotta stuffed with Mocha Brown. And then I've got this color. So this is this is peach. The brand is by Gemma Balloons, and that's why it looks like this. It looks kind of like orangey. Each brand have the way that their colors come out. So but I double stuffed it with Mocha Brown and I loved the way it looked. So I'm going to be using that. So this is like my pop of color in the whole of the design. And then I've got some burnt orange. So the burnt orange is a bit like the terracotta, but that's a burnt orange from Tuftex. Then I've got a bit of mustard. So those are the colors I'm going to mix together. I don't know what it's going to look like, but I'm excited about creating on this backdrop stand. Remember, if you're going to get your backdrop stand, you can get 10% off using my code Viola10. Yeah, use my code and get a discount off it. So let's inflate, guys. So all the balloons I'm using are 11 inches and 5 inches. I'm not using any 16 inches, anything bigger, because I don't want anything too out of place. So we're going to inflate our balloons. Okay guys, while we are inflating the balloons, this is just to remind you guys that if you have not subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe. It would do me a great good if you subscribe to my channel. Statistics show that only like 10% of people that watch my tutorials are subscribed to my channel, and that is very harmful for this channel. So if you don't want me to just pack it all in and say I'm not doing anymore, please subscribe, guys. Subscribe and turn on your notification button. All right, guys. So inflating the balloons, just inflate into random sizes. I know some of us worry about the sizing. You're always thinking, oh, am I sizing it right? What size am I using? But trust me, do not overthink it. Just inflate. Just make sure whatever you're doing, the sizes are of different sizes. There's no perfection to this. Making sure it's round. That is, when you inflate, you press it down to make it really round, to like a ball kind of shape. So guys, I'm done inflating the 11 inches balloon. So for the mustard yellow, I didn't have enough 11 inches, so I mixed it with 16 inches. So this is 16 inches. See how rounded it looks? Yeah? So I'm just going to, it's not going to be a lot of, but I'm loving the way the colors look at the moment. So these are my colors. I'm going to inflate the 5 inches now. So for the 5 inches, I've done stuffed the same way, and I'm just going to inflate them into 3s and into 2s. So guys, for my 5 inches, what I tend to do is when I use the hand pump, because you can't use your inflator for the 5 inches. That's not all inflators cannot inflate 5-inch double soft 5 inches. The Legenda and some kind of like really expensive inflators can inflate 5 inches. So if you can't afford it, I would advise you get those to help you inflate 5 inches and 260 Qs. It makes it easier for you. You can find that on Amazon, or send me an email and or drop a comment to remind me, and I would get the link for the Legenda, or you could actually find it in my Amazon store. Okay guys, all our balloons are inflated. It's time to put everything on the frame. So we're going to be using 260 Q to put everything on the frame. You could use fishing line. In recent times, like a year now, I prefer using 260 Qs, and I found it better for me to maneuver. So just use what you're comfortable with. Not all size fits all. So yeah. So I'm going to start with 260 Q. And I'm going to start off with the mustard at the bottom on this side, because they are quite bigger. I'm going to move the balloons out of the way so you guys can see what I'm doing. So 2 ways you can do this. You could actually arrange all your balloons as a long garland and then attach it. Then you fit it up. But I just prefer to do it this way, to be honest. I prefer to do it this way. So I'm wrapping, because I have the mesh at the back, so it makes it easier for me, to have like an attachment point here. So I'm just going to wrap this around this, and then I'm going to bring the 260Q round here. Because obviously I don't want the balloon to push, to the back, basically, because there's a gap at the back, so it's easy for the balloon to push into the hole. Then you find out that you're using more balloons than you want to use. So I'm going to grab 260Q tie on here, because my 260Q is now short. Okay guys, so at this point, all you need to do is just pick the clusters. If you remember, I made the balloons into clusters of 4, some clusters of 3. So I'm working with most of the clusters of 4 at the moment. So I'm just tying it onto the frame, wrapping the 260Q around it, tying it onto the frame. It's pretty easy because the frame, does all the work. Remember guys, if you want this frame, you can get it from ubackdrop.com. So also, if you've watched this video up to this point and you're not subscribed yet, please remember to subscribe. Just click the link that says subscribe below
if you do not have a YouTube, because some people, I know they tend to like not have a YouTube account and all of that. It's quite easy, straightforward. Just get a Gmail account and you would be able to like log in into YouTube. And this would help you not like miss my videos, and it would also help my channel grow a lot more. Thank you while you do so. Okay, guys, so just keep, tying on the clusters onto the frame till you get to the, the other side of the frame. While you're, attaching the clusters to the frame, make sure you're looking at the colors laying side to side. I'm always talking about where, colors are really important. How you arrange them helps in the end when you're done. Like, it adds that visual effect. If you noticed, a lot of designs that are like the rave out there, they are mostly because of the colors. It's not really about the arrangement itself. It's about the colors. Once you know how to like combine your colors really well, you're going to go really far. So yeah, understand your colors. Make sure you're using the colors, the right textures of balloons, understanding what colors would work well with what color. I always use Pinterest for mine, so you could just check Pinterest and that would, save you a lot of time. Just search for colors that will go with a particular color. So for this one, all I had to do was, search for the colors that would go with the terracotta, and I was able to like see all these colors could go together. So while I was attaching all the balloons to the frame, I realized I needed more of the balloons. So what I did was I got some orange stuffed with Mocha Brown inside. So that's the orange I'm adding at the moment. And I think the reason why, apart from the fact that I didn't have enough balloons, I wanted something else to like make it pop. And just using these colors alone was not doing it for me. So when I started adding the orange, I loved how it looked. And, it was a great decision, basically. So that's what I mean by, using the right set of colors in a design. It does a lot for whatever you're creating. So at this point, after I've, attached all the clusters to the frame, the next thing I do is to add the 5 inches. And while I'm adding the 5 inches, I'm adding and stepping back and looking at what I am doing. I am making sure the arrangement, it's near to perfection. Because really, when you're working on stuff like this, especially when you're filming, for me, I don't get to see what I am doing. If I was doing this for a client, I would be able to like visualize what I want. But when I'm teaching, it's kind of like difficult for me, sort of. So yeah, just, step back, look at what you're doing, check it looks right. If you can't see with bare eyes, get your phone camera, look through the camera, and just visualize to see if what you've done looks the way you want it to look. So I know some people would wonder what I was using to tie in the clusters of 5 inches. A lot of times what I do is I just pull the neck of the balloons that are there already, and I just wrap it around the 5 inches. I do not have to tie. So it isn't every time I use 260Q. In this case, I didn't have to use 260Q. All I did was use the neck of the balloons that were on the frame already, and I wrapped it around the 5 inches and it stayed in place. And that is what I do in most of my garlands.
So guys, I'm done with, adding all the balloons. So I'm gonna add flowers to fill out the gaps I can see, because I do not like gaps in my organic design. If I was doing this for a client, I'll make it really fuller. I'm gonna add flowers now. So I'm adding this to spots where I can see the gaps.
So I know some of you guys will be wondering, if you're new to my channel, you'll be wondering where I get my flowers from. I get them from whittingtons.biz. I'm going to put a link to their website in the description. That is where I get most of my flowers from. If I don't get from there, I would also get from Country Basket. All these companies are here in the UK. I'm not sure if they ship worldwide. In the past, I've gotten flowers from eBay, but I've not really been a fan of, the eBay kind of flowers. But you could also check AliExpress for flowers. I think, yeah, most flowers come from China anyways. So you just need to find a really good, supplier, basically. Yeah, so I get mine from whittingtons.biz in the UK. So another thing about adding your flowers, you need to be careful when you're putting them into the garland. You need to be, be really careful it doesn't pop your balloons, because some come in really sharp edges. So what I do with the ones with the sharp edge is I wrap a latex balloon round the stem.
Yeah, so we've come to the end of this spectacular creation. I'm so happy at the way it looks. Can you see that backdrop frame is amazing? So you better grab yours now. Hope you enjoyed creating this spectacular with me, and I'll see you same time next week. Bye.